And then let me go to YouTube because I got less than a minute. Oh, that was a good one, by the way.
Nice.
This is 27, correct? Episode 27. I always ask
Yes.
this because I'm too dumb to check before. Come on, you
Mark,
stupid.
that's your
damn-
job to keep track of everybody's episodes.
Yeah, it's 27.
Come on, you stupid computer.
All right, my
Oh
work
my
here is
God.
done.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Hey, Mark, is that really the aviator helmet that gives you that good audio?
Yeah.
It's got to be in the headsets.
Yeah.
It's not the helmet.
No. I mean, the shell is irrelevant.
As I said, I use a carved out pumpkin for my helmet.
I
But
saw that.
what radios are those?
Well, I mean, I'm just using a Bowfang for my 2-meter stuff.
No, but what headset is doing the noise
Oh.
cancellation?
I don't know. It's all like unmarked.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what
Unmarked.
they're
He said
using.
unmarked.
Yeah, Mark
What's your
said
name?
unmarked.
Here we go, guys. We're setting up the meeting to live YouTube.
It's on.
Here we go, guys. Welcome to Tuesday Night Hangout. I am your host, Shane, with Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane and ppgshane.com. Tonight we are, hold on. Okay, sorry. This whole start of the show thing I still haven't got used to. I'm not a professional like Jade by no means. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of people joining in here. Hold on. Okay. Tonight we're going to discuss Dave Purdon's. I am super excited about it. Actually, I have a couple things we want to discuss tonight. Dave Purdon's being one of them. I know they say we can't show up early. I'm a little nervous about that. I actually have a way around that, by the way. My wife's cousin lives, I think about an hour, if not an hour and a half away from there. So I'm actually leaving Saturday morning here from Florida, and I will be in Ohio by the afternoon. I'm planning on flying Sunday morning from my wife's cousin's house all weekend, and then all week until Dave Purdon's, and then I will be there first thing, I believe, Thursday morning. I know Mark McElroy is planning on showing up a little early with me at the wife's cousin's house. Jade and Eric, you guys aren't going, correct? Or if so, it's going to be late?
No, I don't think we're going to be able to make it. So if anybody does want to go and did not make the ticket cutoff, they could definitely use our tickets that are already paid for.
Wow. At a cutthroat price of, oh, Shane, when you get there, how much were the tickets?
They were $40 a piece, and I will sell them for $80 a piece now.
Where can you find that? Actually, McElroy, did you figure out your stuff with your email that you got? Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I finally
handle
got it
that?
straightened out. I got it straightened out with Amy.
Okay.
And I believe that
All right.
that fly-in starts Friday, I believe. The 3rd. 3rd through Monday.
Not Thursday?
I don't believe so.
Doesn't anybody have a job?
I do. My job is to go to as many fly-ins as I can. And while I'm at work, I work as much overtime and turn it to comp time, so I have time off work. That's the game plan.
Hey, I just want to point something out. If everybody right now could look at Will, he's eating again.
It's dinner time. I think most of America is eating right now.
Dude, whatever. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
I don't know.
Dinner started at 5. It's now 8.
Who eats at 5 o'clock, man?
Old people, like
Okay.
Hey, let
you
me
guys-
ask,
Can you guys?
hold on,
explain- I can't even see me right now.
We
Zoom
can't see
just-
you either.
I know. Okay, so help me here, because Zoom said you need to update. So I hit the update button and now this crap's going on. So tell me what I need to do. Do I need to turn this off and reboot it? Help me, please. 'cause
Well, first off, I think your ceiling fan's turning in the wrong
I
direction.
know. I don't want to. I can't see me, and I know you guys can hear me like I'm in some kind of a, one of those interviews, and they don't want to see your face kind of thing because you killed somebody. So
Linda, listen, Linda, turn
Okay.
or lower your volume or your voice because you are scream yelling into the microphone unknowingly. and then pull
Is
your
that
camera
better?
down a little bit.
is that better?
Yes, pull your camera.
I can't. I mean, I don't know what's going on with my screen, so I'm gonna leave this for a minute and maybe reboot it, see what's going on.
All right, if you're nice later, I will let you in later.
Oh, thank
back
you.
in
Love you, Shani.
room.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This sucks.
All
What
right.
is this? Okay, goodbye.
All
I'm
right.
leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Bye, Linda.
Okay. All right. DP and or JP Tulo, TikTok Tulo, better known as. I know JP's heading to Dave Purdon's. DP, are you going to Dave Purdon's? I don't remember if you said you were or were not. Nick Griffith, you going to Dave Purdon's? Who in the chat is going to Dave Purdon's? How about that? Because I am so flipping excited. This is my by far favorite fly-in. It is, to me, is just good Lord. I just thought it was so beautiful. The air was amazing, which I was told afterwards multiple times by multiple different people. The air was not normally like that. I'm guessing it was more like moonshiners, which, I mean, I flew midday, first thing in the morning, afternoon, you name it. If I decided to go fly, I just grabbed my wing and took off. I didn't have one issue. Actually, I think I did my very first midday flight with JP and Jason Russell Smith and Smart Car Brian. So, yeah.
That is no small thing, what you just said there. You're saying the air is not normally like it was when you experienced it last. It's more like moonshiners.
Correct, is what I was told. But from my experience, it was any given time, it was literally butter air smooth. I never reversed launch because I didn't have the chance because the air was no more than 3-4 miles an hour. It was on any given day that we were there. So I'm hoping it's just like that again, but it was absolutely amazing when I was there last year.
Okay, well, if it's like moonshiners, I'm gonna personally blame you the whole time I'm there.
Listen, I don't blame you, but this is, I'm telling you right now. So I've been to 2 Swanee fly-ins. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to Vail, North Carolina. There might have been another one in there somewhere.
Georgia?
Anyways, yes, that's Bad Apples, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is by far my most favorite place to fly. It's the furthest that I've ever drove to go to a fly-in, but it's by far the greatest fly-in that I've been to. The area is absolutely gorgeous. You can fly over the Ohio River, go right to Kentucky, and I mean, they've got a dirt oval track there that they tell you not to fly into, but you can fly over it. It looks pretty cool. They actually have this like bridge that goes over the Ohio River, and there's campers parked underneath the bridge, kind of like in the shade, if you will. I guess it's for the racetrack. What do we got?
Ja Mess, they don't have any facilities there, right? That's
It's
what I loved about
James.
moonshiners, showers, water, and bathrooms.
Okay, so last year they brought in porta potties. They did not have showers and they did not have, they did have water. So there's no showers or bathhouses. They have just the porta potties. So if you do come, actually, I think if you look at Brian Haybell Waller's video of Dave Purdon's last year, you will see how I did my redneck shower. And it's a very simple and cheap method to showering. Works pretty dang good. And it works good enough that my wife is willing to go Friday. She's going to fly in Friday morning and I'm going to go pick her up. And she's willing to use the shower that I made, which is a 150 quart cooler, a fountain, a fountain pump, a shower head, some garden hose, and a heating element to warm the water. Works great. Nobody's ever complained that's taking a shower in there. So
I gotta make an apology. And James, I apologize. It's not Jay Mess, it's James. Jade was just yelling at me about that, going basically, dummy, it's James. So
John
sorry.
Mess.
which if the moderators can keep an eye out on any problems in the chat, like I've had for the last 5 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever it's been. But James, welcome.
James was the one that was flying the big American flag and the POA flag.
POW.
I mean, POA. I'm thinking of KOA. POW flag, yeah.
I don't think they were camping.
Well, I'm thinking about camping. So you answered the one question. Now they do have porta potties, but no whatever. Yeah. Question for you about
Kentucky. About Kentucky. Go ahead.
Yeah, you say you can cross over into Kentucky. Is there anywhere you can land out that you know of?
Yes, right on the river. I'm gonna have to pull up my video now. Right on the river. The river, the Ohio River, you do have a couple outs right on the river's edge there. Let me go down here to Dave Purdon's, find it real quick. There it is. Okay. So hold on here. Trying to find, I mean, we flew so many times to, I don't know what direction is what. Which way is the Ohio River run? Is it north and south? If it's north and south, we went north a whole bunch and went miles north. And there's outs everywhere. It's a lot of farm area. If you do land out in some of these fields, you are going to have quite a long haul. So plan your emergency outs, your engine outs accordingly, so they're not too far from someone to come pick you up. Because some of these fields are a mile by mile diameter, and you're screwed if you land in the middle of it. I'm trying to find my going over to.
I'll ask another question that goes right along with that same thing, Shane, while you're looking. Is there any place on the Kentucky side where you could actually land, and just launch it?
Yeah, there was. I'm trying my best to find. So what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and screen share what I got here. And at the beginning of this, on this takeoff, it does show the Kentucky side. But I don't care about sharing sound. We'll just do the optimized video. And then we'll enlarge it. And then this is Smart Car Brian. Yeah, how you like that opening intro right there. These mountains are not as tall and or as large or as many as was in Mountain City, Tennessee. There's our camp that we had last year. So we're looking at, this is all farmland, and right here comes up the Kentucky, oh, stop right there. So if you were to have, this is the Kentucky side right here, so you can land anywhere in here if you need it to be. There's multiple places over there. If you look right there, there's, let me back that up just a touch. Oh crap, too far. Come on. Of course it's not gonna. Anyways, there's ample amount of space over there to cross over here. This is all Kentucky over here. So you have all of this area over here. This is all soybean. Can you imagine landing out, say, over here and having to get to that road there? It's gonna be a drag. It's gonna be horrible.
Those are huge fields.
Yeah. You're in a large farming area, so you don't have to worry about flying over too many houses, congested areas. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it was so much fun. I absolutely cannot wait. So this next clip that's coming up, I haven't watched this video in a while. So this is the abandoned golf course. And this little lake right here is only a couple inches deep, or I'm sorry, this little creek, pond or whatever it is. So this is all abandoned. So we get to explore and have fun. This little pond here is only maybe a foot deep at the most. So this is where I did my first foot drag. That's Smart Car Brian, getting ready to do his. This was last year, so I was fairly a new pilot. I am just over a year and a half now. And I think I had 70 hours on my motor at this time, which I have 140 now. So I'm twice the pilot I was then. Just kidding. But anyways, yeah. So this is the next morning. This is the high school here, which all the kids love watching us fly over. But you see what's coming in over here?
Yeah, fog.
This was absolutely amazing. And that little turn right there, by the way, scared me. I remember that. Like, I turned, I was like, oh. And I look at it now, I'm like, that was ridiculous. That's nothing. So look, everybody's just going and playing, and we absolutely had a great time.
So what time of the day is that?
This is first thing in the morning. You want to see a midday flight? I'll show you a midday flight. Hold on. I mean, we just had so much fun here. It was just amazing. I can't wait. You can tell it's a midday flight. No, this is my midday flight here. So as I'm flying along, you'll see like my knees, and then the actually, this is not the midday flight. My bad. Hold on. This is another morning. Oh, right here. This is the midday flight. Why do I know? Because I'm in shorts. Because in the morning, it was a little cold in the morning. You had to wear pants, maybe a sweatshirt, but for the most part, it was awesome. By midday, you're in shorts, tank top, ready to rock and roll. And this was my very first midday flight. And I really learned a lot from this flight, because anytime you hit some darker areas, you would get bumps. You get thermals or what have you. And then everything would go back to normal. And then you hit some darker areas, and nothing major though. It was, I mean, for the most part, look how clear it is. It was open skies, no clouds. You can tell by the trees, it's, midday flight. And that's pretty much it. I just was in awe that I was flying midday. There's Brian doing dumb stuff. See, my knees are in the shadows. And now they're not. Anyways, all right. So that's my midday flight. I absolutely loved it. Had a blast. Can't wait to do it again. Have you done any midday flying yet?
I did at Bad Apples. We had a couple days where we could fly midday. I don't know if you did or not. But
I did not, no. I flew first thing in the morning and in the afternoon, but I mean, I didn't really do much after that. It just, I don't know, hanging out with you guys. The whole hangout part, that kind of what got me going with doing the Tuesday night hangout show. This is to me is like hanging out with you guys at the fly-ins, just less personable, if you will. Some of my greatest things, I go out and fly, have a great morning. It's beautiful, no bumps. It's all just perfect flying. You come back, you land, you hang out with everybody, and we just shoot the shit all day long. And I did, by the way, get a new scare toy, just so you know.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to see the scare toy? I don't know if my secondary scare toy will be in before Dave Purton's, but I hope it is. Hold on, let me grab it real quick. And then I have to show you guys.
I'm sure that I'll get a chance to see it. Don't worry.
You're gonna see it all right. All right, and I have something else to show you guys, because at whatchamacallit, at Moonshiners, my wife was there, and every morning, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, she had to go to the bathroom, and of course I got up with her and did everything that a man should do, take his wife to the bathroom, do all that stuff. And can I tell you, it was such a pain. I mean, I love her to death, but I just have to walk outside and do my business and come back in. She has to go do this whole process of getting on the golf cart, driving over to the FBO, going to the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of work. So in a second, I'm going to show you what I just bought. It's brand new. Can't wait to use it. I mean, she can't wait to use it. So this is the old Scare Tactic little snake, if you will. Here is the new one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know, right?
Nice.
This is awesome.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see it very well with the screen. But, oh shoot! So with let's see here.
Is that a
I mean,
rattlesnake?
No, actually, it's a python. To be honest with you,
Oh,
see, it's so the way you can tell a snake is poisonous or not is by the eyelid or by the eyes. If they're round and they don't have, so a poisonous snake will have a round eye with a slit of a pupil. That's usually the best way to tell. And you can usually tell when they're attached to you. You can just look at them and go, "Oh yeah, that's poisonous," as they're attached to you. I'm just kidding. But the best, I'm just kidding on that part. But the best way to tell is their eyes. If they have a little slit up and down pupil, then they're poisonous. Easiest way to tell.
So if the pupil is vertical, it's poisonous.
So yes. So if a snake is non-poisonous, it'll just be all black. Their eyeball will be black.
Oh, okay.
Easiest way to tell.
I got you.
And if you're not 100% sure, don't touch it. Plain and simple. Okay, I do need to turn my background off, because I want to show you what I bought. Crap, background. Okay, here we go. I'll figure this out one day.
Eric has a question.
Go ahead, Eric.
No, I don't. Jade has a question.
Go ahead, Jade.
No, he had a question about the snake, and he needs to ask.
What do you want to know about the little snake?
She wanted to know if the snake has one eye and a vertical slit. Is it poisonous?
No, it's bipolar.
This is what I deal with on a daily basis around here.
Okay, because anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what this is? And it's
The diaper
very
bag.
Skinny Chef chain lunch bag.
After Krista gets done using it, maybe. Okay. This goes back to the no pooping in the camper thing.
I was gonna say that's a mobile poopy unit.
It is totally. So here it is. Whew. Hold on. So this is what the wife is going to get to use.
Don't show us.
It's brand new.
Okay.
It better be because I've had it all up in it. Hey, I got a brand new toilet. This longs off topic. My daughter's bathroom. I put a brand new toilet in there. Didn't tell her. I put milk and cereal in the bowl at the bottom of it and was eating cereal out of it. When she came in, she's like, "The fuck? What is wrong with you?" I go, "Well, you get a spoon. Help me eat this." She's like, "No." I was like, "It's a brand new toilet, honey. It's never been used." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Hey,
But
Shane,
yeah,
you
that's pretty
you
quick.
know they test those at the factory, right?
I know I bleached it multiple times prior to doing it because I know it's got dirt and dust and everything else on it. So anyways, so this is the toilet and it's got a holding tank at the bottom. So you pull this and it goes in there and then you close this so you don't get any smells or whatever. It's got a little pump here so you can flush out the commode. And then you disconnect this top piece from the bottom piece, and then you can take this and turn it out this way, unscrew it, dump the waste into the porta potty, and you're good to go. She's only supposed to use this during the night. Bet you it doesn't happen. Anybody care to add a wager to this gets used all the time, it gets filled, and then she looks at me like, "Hey, honey, this doesn't hold anything because it's full." And I'll be like, "I know you ain't using that just at nighttime. I mean, you're using it more than just at nighttime." So long story short, that's going to be an argument, just so you know.
How much did that
All
cost,
right.
Jane?
That was $100 and maybe $10. Honestly, $110 to not have to deal with getting up in the middle of the night. I bought a, so I looked for the InstaShade that Mark has, the 6x4 InstaShade, and they're sold out at Walmart.com. I can find almost identical tint, which is almost twice as much on Amazon. I was like, I'm not paying twice as much for one of those. So I ended up getting a pop-up personal shower, but it's a two-person personal shower for, I think it was $50 or $60. So now I can put that in one side of it and we can shower on the other side of it. So it makes.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. You are going to get that little 2x4 tent that Mark used to cover his generator, and you were going to slide the toilet under that? Dude, you sit on the toilet and that's going to be your new hat. That was a little short.
I am not sitting on this. So the 4x6 was for the redneck hot tub shower. And you put a tarp around that and then you can shower in there and it's all good. We did it last year. I'm actually going to pull up Brian Waller's video from last year.
I'm still missing something. That thing that Mark had was only like 2 feet tall. Are you all of a sudden have little people in your?
Hey, Shane fit underneath it. Shane fit underneath it once before.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Would anybody like to explain to Eric that 6x4 tent, how it works actually?
Yeah, like every
Mark?
other one of them, the legs extend.
Oh, I thought that was as tall as it gets.
He's killing me, man. All right, so Vail, North Carolina was after the Swanee fly-in, correct? Flight if you got it. There it is. Okay. Hold on. Allow me to find the redneck hot tub shower thingamabobber. And there's old Major having a good old time. Poor Major.
Yeah, that was before Swanee.
Yeah. I paid like $35 for this heating element to heat the water in the 150 quart cooler. And then I already had the fountain pump. I already had the hose. I already had the shower head. I just kind of all put it together, and it heats the water up to like 100 whatever. And actually one night we had it up to like 128 degrees, had to add cold water to it because no one could take a shower. Maybe that's it right there. Hold on. So long story short, I mean, it's perfect. 3 guys individually took 3 individual showers. I'm going to go ahead and express that real quick. And we still had enough water left over at the end of it to do dishes and stuff like that. It was pretty nifty.
So you took, you
We did-
mean you're not at the same time, but one after the other, and you still had hot water left?
Oh yeah. Oh, totally.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm trying to find it. If anybody else can help me find it, because I am not having much luck.
What are you looking for?
It's Fight If You Got It, Fly In 2020 Part 2. Oh, maybe it's in Part 1. Aha, I'm in Part 2 right now. I don't know if that's got to be it right there. My first flight 86, first fly in. But yeah, we have a six-way plug that plugs into the fountain plug, our fountain pump, that is hooked to the 6-way. So when you go in there, it's on a GFI. You hit the pump, you turn it on, and the water starts flowing. And then no, that's not it. And then when you're all done, you turn it off. Now I use these foam pads that I got from Harbor Freight that you stand on, and the whole thing is wrapped in a tarp, and it's got a roof on top. So the nice thing is that water runs off of these foam pads, sits on the ground below, soaks into the ground, but you get all this residual steam. So as you're done showering, this steam is in this room. So you're getting dressed after you dry off, and it's still warm. It was like 40 something degrees at nighttime there, and it was awesome, dude. I literally had no issues at all with showering in there. Actually, I think we ended up having 4 guys at one night shower in there individually. I just got to point that out. I don't trust none of you guys. All right, I don't know where Brian did with this video, man. I'm having the worst luck finding. So I know he goes through and he talks about the outdoor shower and how it sets up, and I walk him through it. And I don't see it. All right, forget it. Trust me when I tell you, it works, and it works great.
Maybe you'll let me try it out. And
Yeah,
then you
dude,
can-
I got no problems. Like I said, they got water there, so we literally go over and fill the 150 quart cooler up, and then I put, as the generator's running, I put this little heating element. I showed it before, I believe. It's like 20 or 35 bucks on Amazon. It's a 1500 watt water heater. So you just drop it in, plug it in, and it only takes 20 minutes to heat this water from pretty cold, groundwater to over 105, 106 degree water. And you can start showering right away. Now, there were a couple nights when I was like, dishes are already done, everything's done. I was the last one to take a shower. I just hung out in there. I was like, this is pretty nice, dude. Like, just hang out. And I still never used all the water in it. I couldn't believe, you figure the pump is pumping, let's say 3 or 4 gallons a minute. 150 quart cooler holds how many gallons of water? Anybody got a calculator? What is it, 4 quarts to a gallon? Or 2 quarts?
Yeah, about 38, somewhere close to that.
So 38 gallons, you figure if it's pumping 4 gallons a minute, so 4 times 30, 36, 38, I mean, that's quite a bit of. Hold on. I don't have a calculator with me, so I can't figure that out. I'm too dumb in my head. I come up with 4 billion. I'm just kidding. So you have quite a bit of time to take a shower. I mean, you're not. My wife is going to eat up a lot of that. I'm pretty sure of it. But like I said, it only takes 20 minutes to heat the water back up. So we could literally put more water in it and start over. It wouldn't take but 20 minutes to get everything going. Can't beat that, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna bring your generator, obviously, but
Yes.
how much do you really need it for other than that?
Just to charge phones or whatever. But I have my paratrailer, which is set up with solar, and during the day, if I decide to take a nap, I could run the AC in there off the generator. But for the most part, I mean, my cell phones all charge off of 12-volt USBs that are in the camper. And I did learn from the last trip to Mountain City that I do need to add a second battery, deep cycle battery. Some nights or some days when we didn't have 100% sun, it was overcast or raining, I did not have enough battery charge or recharge to last all night long to run one 110 fan and the 12-volt fan in the exhaust. So I did learn that I do need a second battery for that, just for a second or 2 or 3 days of no real good sun. Then I could use a second battery. So at Dave Purden's, I will have 2 batteries. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I have 7 USB ports in there. If anybody does need to use, charge their phones or whatever during the day, or GoPros or whatever. I mean, there's 7 USBs in there. So have at it. You're more than welcome.
Hey, is Mark going? Mark, are you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Well, maybe I will go because I do need to get the oil in the generator changed.
Hey,
can do
you're
that.
talking some smack, but I went out and got the correct 10W20. What is it? 10W30?
Yeah,
Whatever it is, it's
10:30.
on. I have it sitting in the shed. I just got to pull the generator out and change the oil before I go. I
And
don't know how
Shane,
many hours is on.
does your house battery not recharge off your generator in the daytime?
It does if I add I borrowed Waller's battery charger. So during the day when we were running the air conditioner, I just hooked that in as well and then recharged the batteries on, because we had like 3 days or 4 days of some real overcast days. Not saying it was raining, but just this overcast, and I wasn't getting 100% charge back on the battery. So if by the time the sun went down, if I wasn't at least 12.9, 12.8, 12.9, it would not last overnight. So really, a second battery would definitely be helpful and beneficial to, and it's less than $100 for that. I didn't go out and buy one of those $1,200 deep cycle solar panel batteries. I just bought a deep cycle that you would buy for your trolling motor or whatever at Walmart. It is what it is. It'll work. It'll be fine. The time I replace those batteries once a year, it'll be the same amount of money as one of those gigantic $1,200 batteries. That's how I look at it.
Hey,
If I
Shane,
have to replace them.
I got my scare toy here. You want to see it?
He's eating again.
It's the same meal. I'm just eating it.
All
every
he does
chance I
is
get.
eat. And he still weighs 113 pounds. Unreal.
Are you ready?
Testing. Okay, can you guys
Can't
see
see
me?
it, dang it.
I can't see me.
How do I
but
get
I
that
can
to
see
show
you
up?
guys. Huh?
Oh, Hold on, Will. I gotta pin you, Will. Hold on. Linda, you gotta hold up 1 second. Will, if you do the talking,
Oh, there we go. Check, check, check. You see it? Scary, isn't it?
Yeah,
what is that?
My dog's toy. And she's been driving me nuts. So I got to give it to her. I think that would scare somebody.
Hey, yeah, right. Hey, Craig Taylor in the
Come eat it.
and we got Craig Taylor in the chat. He puts in there 1040 part 1 shower. Am I supposed to start a live at 1040? Is that for me going in the shower? Is that Will going in the shower?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for those the different camera angles that Mark's shower I took in there. I was waiting for them to already come popping out on his last video.
Those are private.
Yeah,
You
at
can-
least
you
you
can
got a roof
try to-
over your shower, Shane, as opposed
Yeah.
to Swanee.
Yeah, Swanee was a little interesting. I still will never forget that day. But Mark, if you were to post that video of me taking a shower, would you put the title as "How to Get 10 Gallons in a 5-Gallon Bucket"? Hold on, I'll be right back. There's someone at the door.
Uh-oh.
We all know what that means.
All right, somebody tell me the city that Purdon's is in. I'm mapping it.
Uh, Portsmouth, Ohio.
Yeah, but wasn't it West Portsmouth? Can we make it West? Because that's closer to me, please.
I didn't think you
Sure,
were going.
Well, you know, you guys are talking about it. Now it's like I can drive all night again. You guys made me drive all night to go to Moonshiners to make sure there's room for everybody else to leave their house.
It's
Thanks a lot,
in
guys.
Ohio. It's like 2 states away.
Dude, I live in like the northernest most part of Wisconsin that takes like 30 hours to drive through.
I think they call that Canada, but that's
Whoa.
fine.
Hey, why did I go check the back door? I got this problem solved right here.
Right?
God damn it. What's wrong with this channel?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
get a
All I
chance
hear
to-
is Will's squeaky toy.
Oh yeah, stop that dog. Thank you. I'm so used to hearing it, I just drowned it out. I'll
how
get
do
to
I fix this?
Linda,
you
we
guys
can't hear you.
we can hear you, we can see you, and we can really hear you.
Oh
So
my gosh,
So
I'm
All right.
so upset. So how do I fix this? Because I can't see me. There's a bunch of checker squares on my screen now.
Did you turn your monitor on?
I mean, I can see you guys perfectly, but I
Hey,
can't
Shane.
see me.
oh well, I mean we can see it's working just perfect, except you just can't see yourself.
Right.
So know that. If you tilt your camera down just a little bit, we'd be able to see your whole face.
No, you can't. It's all checkers. Okay, it's all like little checkers. Like, you know, when people are doing interviews on the news and they don't want to be identified, so they like block it out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Linda,
it looks like.
Linda, we're trying to protect your identity.
I guess so.
Hey, Shane, I think what
I'm
Craig
so
Taylor was
sad.
saying was that in Brian's part 1 video at 10 minutes and 40 seconds is where your shower scene was.
right. So part 1, but I oh, there it is. Turn.
I hope that noise was Will's squeaky toy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that
Oh,
away.
It's not the part 2, it's my return flight. Oh yes, that's it. Okay, so I never hit that one. I'm sorry. Let me hold on 1 second. Oh, so I'm going to show everybody how I did the redneck hot shower. At Dave Purdon's, we actually had the truck parked a little closer to the shower, if you will. So it worked a little. I think the shower we had less hose, so I think the shower head pressure was a little better than up here at Vale, but it still worked just as fine. There's no complaints by no means on mine. So I'm at 10:53. I didn't see it. Did I miss it maybe? That's Brian flying. Hold on. Craig, what's the name of the video? Because I am not having much luck here. Because I went to 10:40. I really enjoyed Vale, North Carolina too. Just, there was, I mean, the field was a little short, but on left to right, but going down the runway was great. Too bad all the wind was coming on the short side of the field. You had maybe 30 yards, and then you hit tall grass. It was awesome. All right, Craig, I don't see it. 10:40 mark, Waller, shower. Okay, so I was just there. I went to 10:40. It's him flying. I'm at the wrong one apparently.
Hey, Shane, he dropped you a link to it.
Ah, perfect. Because apparently I'm too dumb. Oh, you know what it is? I'm not. I have to scroll down. Okay. Then I'll go to 10:40. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it, sir. Because I'm apparently too dumb. Oh, yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Wait for it. Okay, now allow me to screen share, folks. Can I? Is it okay with everybody?
Fine with me.
All right. Let me enlarge her up. We don't really need volume on this, but I can explain it. So there's the 150 quart cooler. That's the heating element. You must put that underwater first. Drop it in the water. Did you notice the color of water? That's well water, not run through a filter, just so you know. But anyways, you gotta drop this heating element in the water before you plug it in. And then it heats the water up. And then we take this fountain pump, which there's the fountain pump. You drop it into the water. And then it goes through all the hose. And then welcome to the shower house. See? All good. Put your clothes over there on the cot. And then you take your shower right there. And that's pretty much, now of course the tarp is a little better than that during the time we go, but anyways, so that's really the outdoor shower. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular, but it did work, and that's all that really mattered, right? That it works.
I think it's pretty smart.
I mean, now how do I get rid of this whole damn screen? Oh, there we go. So my thing is, I'm not broke, but I don't have a shit ton of money. And so it's a lot easier to come up with ideas of how-tos than it is to, because I looked at one of those propane on-demand heaters and they're like $300 or whatever. I was like, dude, I ain't got that kind of cash. So anyways, I got the next best thing. I got a redneck hot tub or shower. Always wanted to call it a hot tub, but I know it's not a hot tub.
So the next thing would be, I wonder if you could get something that was solar powered that would like warm the water, you know, all throughout the day.
Well, I know you could use a solar water pump and pump your water. Now they do have those black bags. They're like 5-gallon solar bags. They're black and you lay them on the ground or whatever. And then the heat, the sun will heat up the bags and then you can use that as a shower bag as well, or as a heating source. But really for 35 bucks, I just plug in the generator. I'm probably gonna have to plug it in for something anyways. And just just go for it. I mean, we did 10 days. We did 10 days at Vail, North Carolina, using that system right there in a tent every day. And it was absolutely no problem. I mean, we seriously had no issues with it. Worked great, except for the funny looking color of water, which is straight out of the grounds. That's why I went to the store and got gallon water to cook with and clean with, because I was like, I don't know about all that. I don't trust that.
JR, I'm eating eggs with cheese and pancakes. That's what I'm eating. He wanted to know.
We have beef stroganoff, which is not what we call it here at the house. Krista cooked tonight. So.
Is it a frozen dinner or what?
No, it's actually boiled noodles, which everybody knows. That's how the girl does. If it's not requiring her to heat water up and put noodles in it, she's out. But she did have to brown some stir fry steak, and then put it all together with some cream of mushroom and whatever else. I have no idea. I've never watched her make that. It's beef stroganoff. It's pretty easy, apparently, because Krista can make it. It's easy. That's what she'll tell you. That's not me saying it. That's what she'll tell you. If I can make it, anybody can make it, because it's easy.
Yeah, I don't know. As I say, there's some talent to cooking. I mean, I have cooked before, but it does not come easy for me at all. So did you, when you were growing up, did your family kind of all chip in, and did you learn how to cook when you were growing up, or what?
No, I actually, I did not have, I did not have great growing up experiences. After I met my wife and we got married. Well, actually, before we got married, she let me know that she did not cook, and I said, okay, well, I need to learn how to cook. So I literally just started trying things out. I mean, I've been through a bunch of failed dinners. Dinner after dinner after dinner were failed dinners. And then finally I just started. The biggest thing with cooking, if anybody ever asked me what's the best advice, make a meal. If it fails, change one little thing. Don't change it all, because it's going to fail again and you don't know what would have worked. So let's say that you're making homemade pot pies. I made them for the very first time. I got a video on it. They came out fantastic. I got a bunch of crap from it because I literally used chicken. So everybody else was using leftover rotisserie chicken that they made. I literally used chicken out of a can. It was freaking delicious. It was delicious. There was no complaints in my house about the canned chicken. But I mean, it worked out great. Now, if it didn't turn out great, instead of changing a bunch of stuff, I could have just changed the leftover rotisserie chicken and actually done a rotisserie chicken and done that way. Brisket is the same way. A lot of people mess up on briskets and they change stuff from the temperature, the times, the seasonings. Okay, do everything exactly the same that you messed up before, except for change one little thing, maybe the temperature or the time, but not time and temperature, because now you don't know which one worked better or worse. You got two of them that did worse. One could have been great. So when it comes to cooking, no matter what you're cooking, you always do little changes and hope for the best. I'm going to go ahead and put this out right now in the chat on the panel. Anybody ever heard of beef knuckle? Because I just smoked one Saturday. First time ever.
At Moonshiners, whenever I cooked breakfast or lunch, everybody says that one thing needs to be changed, and that was the cook.
One small thing.
Yeah, one small thing. So have any of you guys ever heard of beef knuckle?
I have not.
No. And I looked on YouTube. If you YouTube how to smoke a beef knuckle, you'll get 5 videos. 5 on gigantic piece of beef. That is like so hard to find on YouTube. Is go ahead and like type in how to smoke a brisket. You'll get 158,000, videos. But when it comes to, Dave Wolf says, I heard of beef knuckles this week, Shane. Yeah, because I told you about it. It turned out phenomenal. It actually, after I smoked it, I started it at 5 a.m. and went to about 3:30, I think it was, and I let it sit in the oven for an hour and a half. It ended up kind of coming apart like a pot roast or a beef roast, if you will. I took it to the internal temperature of 200. I think really it should have only went to 130 internal temperature, and then it would have been more like a roast beef where it's still kind of red in the center. And lesson learned. But I plan to make another one. It was 11 pounds of meat for a beef for, I think it was $32, which right now is pretty damn good. My brisket I was looking at 130, I think it was $138 for 17-pound brisket. So yeah, all right, DP, I already seen the jokes coming when I said beef knuckle. Moose knuckle was the first thing I thought of exactly when I picked it up. I was like, huh. I actually went to the store, picked it up, looked at it. I went, huh, I need to YouTube how to cook this. And I found 5 videos. That's it, 5. That's unheard of. What video can you try to look for that you will only find 5 videos of on YouTube?
Beef
I mean, it's
knuckle.
crazy. Yeah, beef knuckles it. That's the one.
Well, I still don't know what a beef knuckle is, but I don't think I would like it.
So it comes from close to where they get top sirloin steaks from. It's in that same area. It's a very lean piece of meat. So with that being said, I was thinking that I had to cook it slow and for a long time. So once the internal temperature, I was actually shooting for 205 internal temperature, kind of like a brisket. But I was like, I don't know, I don't feel right with going that high. So I pulled it earlier. I mean, it was tender, it was moist, it was freaking delicious. But I should have probably stopped at 125, 130 and made it more like a roast, if you will, or roast beef. And we just did hoagie subs, grilled hoagie subs. I sauteed onions, peppers, green pepper, jalapenos, and mushrooms, and then put I grilled the hoagie bun. I put mayonnaise, mustard, put the meat in there, put it on top, grilled everything, and melted the cheese on it, and made hoagie subs for dinner last night, and it was freaking awesome. Actually, I'll have to send you. I have a hoagie sub I took to work that I have to have for lunch tomorrow, but you don't have to. I want to. I'm going to make for lunch tomorrow, and I'll send some of you guys on the panel what it looks like out of my office, out of a toaster oven and a microwave. I'm going to show you what I can do with it. It freaking is awesome.
You know what my favorite thing was? You cooked at the fly-in. Actually, there were a couple of things, but man, I love those quesadillas. They were out of the world.
I need to add the queso sauce, and my wife seems to not want me to do that, but I think I need to add that little queso sauce just to make it. To me, they're great, but I think it's missing that queso sauce. I don't know why. She doesn't eat it with the queso sauce, so she doesn't care one way or the other. But yeah, I get more compliments on that chicken quesadilla than I do anything else that I've ever made. 100%.
I'm with Krista on that. I don't like queso sauce either.
Yeah,
I don't like any white sauce.
Wait, queso sauce is white sauce? Wait, I mean, I put like sour cream on it and that like was fine, but I guess I don't know what queso sauce
No,
is.
no, it's a. I don't even know what queso sauce is, to be honest with you. I know you
It's
can
like
find
it's
it.
like it's like a Mexican cheese sauce.
Okay.
Right.
Well, they were
Yeah.
perfect just the way they were, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I liked it.
It's the grilling of the cheese that makes it everything. Honestly, when you grill that cheese on that Blackstone and you get it crispy on one side and it's still gooey on the other side, and you flip it onto the queso and you put it all together, everybody's like, what do you do differently? That's it. That's the secret right there. You can literally add all the cheese you want on that tortilla or that flour tortilla, but it will not give you that flavor of that grilled cheese does on that queso. I'm telling you right now. Scary Berry Groupie, hello dear, long time no see, glad you're here. But yeah, I absolutely love those. And Krista, I can make those every day and she'd still be lining up ready to go on those. Nick, how's it going?
Other Nick. The other
Yeah,
Nick.
other Nick. Now, I will tell you, PBG, the other Nick, is a picky eater. And I do have questions for him. And if he can answer those in the chat, it'd be great. How did you like the chicken quesadillas? He doesn't do hot dogs or sausages. I did give him a Nathan's hot dog. I was kind of curious at how he did say, I asked him at the fly-in, but Nick, if you didn't really truly like it, that's fine. There's some people just don't like hot dogs, but Nathan's hot dogs are not hot dogs in my opinion. They're all beef hot dogs. I mean, I know it's an oxymoron, but like you get a ballpark hot dog and that thing is nasty. I will not eat one of those, but a Nathan's hot dog, they're no problem to me.
Well, yeah, aren't hot dogs like from the rooter to the snooter, everything in between, kind of pushed into a bin, ground up and put in a casing?
Rooter to the snooter.
I mean,
Yep,
that's
that's it.
all the way from beef to pork to chicken beaks. I mean, I don't
Yep.
know.
Nathan's hot dogs are by far way better tasting than any other hot dog I've ever had. A Nathan's hot dog, I will not eat another hot dog unless it's Nathan's hot dog. I will tell you that we did eat when we got there Saturday afternoon, I think it was. They had some hot dogs. We had not eaten since 5 o'clock. Well, actually, we left the house at like 5:30 in the morning or some crap. We didn't eat nothing all day long, showed up at the fly-in and they're like, hey, we got some leftover hot dogs. I ate one of those hot dogs and regretted it, but I was so hungry that I ate it. So did Nick. I was like, it's not a Nathan's hot dog, but so be it. You know, it was free and I was thankful, but I wouldn't make any of my friends those hot dogs, just so you know.
Hey, I double checked the date, and the date is the 3rd through the 6th. So it is Friday through Monday.
So we're just going to hang out at my wife's cousin's house and ride horses all day long and fly in the morning and the afternoon is what you're saying?
I'm going to come up on the 1st, which is Wednesday. So I'll be up there Wednesday afternoon.
Fine with me, dude. I'm going to be nonstop. Like I said, when I get up there, I'm leaving here probably 2 o'clock in the morning from our Saturday morning. I'll be there Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday I'm going to fly. And then when I get done flying, I'll go over to where I'm going to be hunting and clean out some shooting lanes. And then I got nothing to do after that. So there'll be some horseback riding. There'll be some flying. There'll be a bunch of flying. I want to say it's an hour and a half away from.
It's
from
actually, Google says it's 1:45.
So it's flyable is what I hear, because we don't have to, we can fly in a straight line. We don't have to go all the way down this road to that road over to this road. So I might see if she won't drive my trailer and truck over there and have her husband follow her. That'd be pretty awesome, dude, to fly into the fly-in, literally.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hebrew, Dave Wolf said Hebrew hot dogs are another good hot dog, but my all-time favorite is Nathan's, just so you know.
And I'm so
And just
glad
like
I'm not
Dave-
a picky eater.
I know, right? Me neither. And Dave, you like Skyline chili, and I like Gold Star. Skyline has too much nutmeg in it for me, but I will do chili, Gold Star chili every time. 5 ways, every way. With a coney, please. For those who not been to Ohio or not live in Ohio, you don't know what we're talking about. But McElroy, you've had Skyline or Gold Star chili before?
I have had Skyline before.
What did you think about it?
I think it's good. It's different. It's different than what I'm used to, but it's good.
I think maybe we can have my wife make her version of Ohio's chili spaghetti. It's not quite as, I actually prefer hers over, and I'm not saying this because, first of all, she don't listen to my show, so I can say whatever, she don't know, and she's in there, so it's all fine. But I actually do prefer her chili over what they have there, except for I like their cheese up the way that their cheese is up there. That cheese is phenomenal, by the way. Anyways, what did DP say? Yep. Yes.
Okay, so it's a 10.5-hour drive for me to Purdon's. So that
Jesus, that's
means
nothing. It's
that turns into a damn 14-hour drive for us. So
why do
maybe
you have to stop to use the bathroom? You just pull over on the side of the road, get out, open the door, and go pee, and then get back in.
Well, I
Pick a
know, but-
bathroom.
I know. Maybe we'll go. We'll be able to get there in time to help everybody pack up.
Did y'all see Dave Wolf's comment? Gold Star chili is made with cat intestines.
Gross.
Oh, that's just funny.
What is Gold Star chili?
Who the hell is? Who just entered the? I don't know who that is that just entered the waiting room, or how they found out. Jay, do you see that? Who is that? You know that person?
You want to let them in and see if they behave?
No. No. What if they do something stupid? Then I have to cancel this whole thing. I don't know who that is. And how did they get this number unless they're on the chat that
Right.
on Facebook? I'll get ready, guys, because I'm fixing to admit it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, it's Jesus, Linda. What? I don't know who the hell this
Poor Linda.
is. The funniest thing that's ever happened.
Oh, that was pretty
I
funny.
had my finger on the button.
Me too. I was just like, okay, here we go. And then it's just Linda. And by just Linda, I mean, thank God it's Linda.
Yeah, Linda's not smiling, and she's like, "What the heck is going on?"
We can see Linda. Hey, Shane, have you ridden horses before?
Yes.
Okay, good. I mean, I just wanted to, if you hadn't ridden horses before, it'd be tough. I would think for me, it was anyways, the riding the horse. The next day I couldn't freaking move.
Oh, no. I ride every year when I go up there. That's how I do my scouting of deer and stuff. I go through. So in Ohio, it's nothing like Florida where it's nice and flat. Here in Ohio, you literally, so if you're going up a steep hill, you never just grab the horn of the saddle. You actually have to grab the mane on the back of the horse's neck, because if the saddle breaks and you're holding on, you're depending on that as your only hold. You're going off the back of it, so you hold the horse's mane, and on the way down the hill, you kind of just grab the back of its thigh, if you will, and you lean back depending on how steep the hill is, and that's how you hold on. You don't depend on the saddle to keep you on the horse, because if that saddle breaks, it's kind of like your wing. If your wing collapses, you need a reserve. So that mane is my reserve on the going up the hill. Now, I do have to videotape when we go through the creek bottoms, because they have that shell rock in there. They're like slate rocks. And these damn horses, man, they will get on there and start slipping and sliding, and it's all you can do to hang on for dear life. And it's the funniest thing. If it's not happening to you, if it's happening to someone else, it's the funniest thing that you've ever seen. If it's happening to you, you're just like, oh, Jesus, I'm going to fall. But these horses,
Go ahead.
they're not quite that. They're only like 14 and a half hands tall. So when I mean hands, they literally just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 14 and a half hand, or tall hands is how you measure a horse. And they're only like 14 and a half inch or hand tall horses. So they're not like gigantic horses. If you fall off them, you're going to die. They like a Clydesdale. Those jokers are huge. So.
Well, the first time I rode a horse happened to be in Ohio, and I was riding with my cousin. She was big into horses, and we were together. The two horses were together, and then all of a sudden, she kind of went ahead of me and turned a corner. And right at that point, the horse I was on, it just boom! It took off as fast as it could run, like it was trying to catch up to the other horse, and scared the heebie-jeebies. I just about fell off that horse. Can't believe I didn't. So,
Well, the reason they do that is they compete with one another. So if one is used to leading when they're out in the pasture or whatever, one will be used to leading more than the others. And if one that's not normally leading in the pasture is out in front, the one that is will try to catch up. And if that means run to get in front of it, then so be it.
kind of wish I knew that
So-
back then.
Can you guys see me down here? I'm in this. This is horrible. I'm in this little tiny square on the bottom of my phone. It totally sucks.
Yeah,
Well, we can
you
see
did.
you normally, Linda. We totally see you normal.
I'm on my phone. I've never zoomed on my phone before, so I'm on my phone.
Hey,
So-
Linda.
So sad. I don't know what's going on.
You
Is
sound
there a
good
reason
too.
that you use a separate name like Velvet?
Do what now? Do what? I don't know how to fix it on my computer.
Can you explain the nickname of Velvet?
That's a stage name.
That's what I was wondering.
Linda,
No,
Linda, is there something you want to explain?
I saw that and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'll just keep moving on. So I guess I was supposed to type my name in there, Paramotor USA, but I just like, whatever, I'm Velvet tonight, whatever.
Well, the last time I saw that, I had a fistful of singles.
Oh
Hey,
my
real
God,
quick.
I don't know how to
Hey,
fix
real-
that weird stuff going on my Zoom. When I got ready to go on Zoom, it just, something popped up and it said, you need to update your Zoom, which has done it before, no big deal. And now I update it and now I get that crazy little screen that you can't even see. I can't see myself on it.
Hey, real quick, while I have 21 people watching. So tomorrow, or I'm sorry.
Well,
So next Tuesday, there's a good chance there will not be a Tuesday night hangout. Reason why is, and Dave Wolf, I'm going to steal this from you because I already gave you props on this on the pre-show. the 24th of this month is my son's, I believe he called it coming home. It's the day that we lost our son to cancer. So I'm not sure if I'm able to do the show or not. So I'm probably not going to do the show.
Okay.
If I happen to do the show, I will have a very, very amazing guest.
You said you
On
weren't
that
going to
show.
say anything.
No, I didn't explain nothing. No one knows who amazing guest is. It could be Will Fly again. Who knows?
Oh, wait, it's not
But
Will?
amazing.
But anyways, so if I don't do, if I'm not on at 8 o'clock next week, understand that I need it.
Okay.
Homecoming. That's right. So my son's homecoming to go to heaven on the 24th. So if it's not on, it's not on. If it is, well, there'll be something to watch because it'll be pretty cool. Anyways, back to fart jokes and making fun of Eric.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, before you move on though, Dave Whoop did say family first, brother. So yes,
Yes.
I agree.
So it really just depends on how I feel, how my wife is feeling, and which I can already tell you it's going to be a shit show. And the Robins, it's all good. Just
Yep.
I will be back the following Tuesday. Hopefully, I will be at, I believe I will be at my wife's cousin's house. We're going to go ahead and call her Michelle so I can stop saying my wife's cousin's house. We will be at Michelle's house and she has some crappy internet. So we'll try it then too. Who knows? Yes, DP, I'm fully aware it's Denise's birthday. As soon as I heard it, I was like, ew, bad date. But yes, I do know. That is her birthday. And I'm going to go ahead and say happy early birthday to her. Welcome to finally hitting 35. I'm just saying.
Yay.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, Ben, I think Ben said it good. Shane, we'll be with you either way. You have the show or not. We'll all be thinking about you. You and Krista.
Mhm. Right. So anyways, I didn't mean to kill the show. I just wanted, while we had the most people watching, I just wanted to go ahead and state it may not happen. I know when I go to these fly-ins, like at Moonshiners, I couldn't even send out a video saying, hey, internet sucks, I can't do it. Someone would send me a text in the morning and I would get it 4 hours later. And then it took me 6 hours to send okay to whoever texted me. It was the cell service there was horrible, but it didn't stop me. I will tell you a funny story though. I didn't spend any time on my phone. So I got my weekly report to tell me that I was down something like 99% on my screen time on all these different apps that I spend all my time on, usually YouTube. Last week, I get an update saying I spent 117% more time on my phone than I did the week before. I was like, yeah, that's a problem. No internet, down 98%. Have my everything back to normal, 117% up from the time I didn't have internet. So I think we're all stuck on our phones. I mean, by say you all, I mean just me. I have a mouse in my pocket.
Any idea how the cell coverage is at Purdon's?
I will say that I posted on Facebook when I cracked my exhaust. I had no issues at all posting my cracked Y19 exhaust at 77 hours or 75 hours. I believe it's okay there. I'm not 1,000% sure. I didn't really do anything live there. I take that back. I went Facebook live from there and everything was fine. So I want to say that the cell service is good for Verizon.
While we're on the subject of Purdon's, are you saying that what altitude are we at there?
I have no idea. It was not the issue. I had no issues with takeoff. I think I seen Sean in there. Dave Wolf, do you know what the altitude is? I know JP showed up and then left. So anybody in the chat been to Dave Purdon's knows the altitude, are we looking for AGL or are we
Well,
looking for,
is it going to be something like Moonshiners where it had real
No,
thin
it's
air?
gonna be like 500 feet.
Oh, that's nothing.
no, Mountain City was the first time that I have ever experienced something like that with the altitude. I didn't notice that at all at Dave Purdon's at all. I mean, it was easy up, easy down. No, it's actually the first time I actually seen Dave Wolf said altitude is between 700 and 800 feet. So it's nothing. I mean, you won't even notice the difference.
That's nothing.
So-
How about, I know you were talking about the hills that are around there, get a lot of rotor. I mean, I've never been there, and for the people that have not been there.
Like I said, that was the very first time I have ever flown near anything. And I would call those mountains until I went to Mountain City. I now call Dave Purdon's some rolling hills because I've seen some mountains now. When you're flying for 10 minutes to get over a mountain and you just at the 3/4 mark of climbing over the mountain, that's kind of a big piece of dirt. At Dave Purdon's, I didn't. I think those are no more than 700-800 feet, maybe at the tallest. Sean or Dave, can you tell me roughly about what height you think those hills are at Dave Purdon's? Because I don't think they're over 500-600 feet, to be honest with you.
Is Purdon's on an airport or is it just at a private field?
It's a private field. They actually do soccer practice there, and they do they remote control airplanes.
All right. Well, so I type in Portsmouth, Ohio elevation. I come up with 533 feet. So it could be that it's, that's just like an average or so. I don't know how they come up
Right.
with that.
I will tell you, I am looking forward to it. Even having to manhandle this pit boss or this pit. What is this thing? Pit barrel, whatever this toilet thing is. I'm not excited about that. But I mean, this is how much I hate getting up to go walk with her to the damn bathroom. Or actually, I didn't even walk. We got on the golf cart. But the one thing I didn't understand at Moonshiners is they put all the bathrooms, all the porta potties around one building. And then way on the other side, they put one for a guy that apparently is like 70 years old. And he asked and they put one over there, but was still not. I mean, why didn't they spread those out throughout the tarmac and make it more convenient for everybody? But I mean, that's just my thing. I not say anything bad about Moonshiners or anything like that. I just didn't understand why they didn't spread those out. At Dave Purdon's, there's a road behind where everybody parks their campers and trailers and tents and stuff. And they put those porta potties throughout the whole field. So it's evenly spread. You can literally choose between one or this one over here, or this porta potty over here. But at Dave Purdon, at Moonshiners, you had to drive to go to the bathroom. And I really, truly hated that, to be honest with you. Because I don't feel like I need to go that far to go to the bathroom, but I take my wife to the restroom.
That's horrible.
So, what is horrible?
Yeah, you have to go walk so far just to go to the bathroom.
Well, some of us don't have a 3-bedroom, 4-bath trailer with 72 people. 72 people locked up.
Oh, my goodness.
But so have I somewhat convinced you, Eric, to that you might want to go or what?
Yeah, it's not totally off the mark. I I may go. I mean, I'll wait for Jade to get done with work and show up Saturday morning.
Show up Saturday morning. Just show up, Eric. Show up. Just do it. Do it.
Says the
Hey, can
girl
we
that
talk-
I've offered to pick up along the way and always says, I'm busy.
She's only busy on the weekends at the
Well,
club.
I know with a name like Velvet. That's
I have no idea what that is about. Seriously. I just wanted to get on and watch the show. And I can see me on this little tiny corner of the screen here on my phone.
Hey, I understand you're putting yourself through college. I understand.
I understand you're a single mom.
God, you guys you're killing me. You're killing me. Telling you.
So
Hey, 20
Eric-
bucks is 20 bucks.
yeah, right. There's marking is 20 bucks is 20 bucks. And can we talk about Eric and Jade's background? I absolutely am jealous. I said this on the pre-show. I am so jealous of Eric's
So
background
jealous.
photo right there.
So-
Kills me. I want to do that. Every time I've tried to fly around a hot air balloon, something has happened. The wind changed where I couldn't penetrate. My exhaust cracked again. I had an engine out, different time. Like every time I get near one of those, kryptonite. It's my kryptonite every time.
Yeah, so that background, that was with those the wing cameras that rip your wing. But anyways, that was at Torchport Fly-In. That was in northern Michigan. No, wait. It was in southern Michigan, the northern part. How do you say that? DP, you would know. But anyways, it was south of the bridge, the big bridge. And then Jade's was the balloon fest that they had here in Wausau, Wisconsin. And we weren't invited, but we asked if we could fly with them, and they said, sure, not a problem. They actually said, don't go under us and please don't go over us, because I guess they can move up and down quite quickly, which I didn't know. They can move up and down faster than they can move left and right. So, but I did a lot of video and flying around them quite close, and then realized that the video that I had, I forgot to turn my camera on. So, but
So that should help. That should help your YouTube channel out greatly.
yes, exactly.
Did you?
Uh-oh. What happened to Will?
Oh, he's just always smiling.
Can you not hear me?
What happened, Will? No, we lost you.
There you are.
Did you see Walter's comment?
Yeah, I just approved it.
Okay.
Jade goes, I tried to hide it. Jade goes, I just approved
No.
it.
Dude, this show is for just bad jokes and good times. So that was right up the alley. I will read the comment from Walter. No legs, Shane can't penetrate. Smiley face with tears. I approve that because that shit's funny right there. and once again, this show is not to be taken serious. Jeez.
No.
For anybody who takes this show serious needs to
Yeah, but
go.
you hit somebody else's comment, so I'm really confused on you now.
No, if you go back, I thought that was actually I hid Walter's earlier for saying
Yeah.
SIT twice. I didn't know what that was about. And I know Walter's not saying anything offensive or negative, But there was someone in there earlier that was, actually, I shouldn't have blocked that one, but I don't know who it was earlier. I'm going back now.
So do they
Sandy
control
and
the
Paul.
field? Do they control the field at Burton's? With
Who?
air dummies,
Air Dick,
Air Dick.
air dicks?
I don't remember. I will tell you that if I had one thing negative to say about Dave Purdon's is having the gyrocopter come in at 500 miles an hour with blades just a swinging as there's paramotor pilots landing and taking off. I'm just glad I was on the ground because, dude, I'm not comfortable with none of that action. I was like, holy crap, this dude was. And then they had some fixed wing hang glider, power hang gliders. I don't know what they're called, but I mean, they left at night, which they're perfectly legal to do, and I thought was pretty cool. But personally, like even at Bad Apples, they had the gyrocopter come in, and I believe at Moonshiners. But at Moonshiners, they actually have a runway that he's going to come on or land on, and but at Dave Purdon's, it literally this dude came in for approach and was hoping that his approach was clear. I just could not. That's just a lot of blade to be swinging around while I'm out on the field. You know what I mean? I'm just not comfortable with it.
so Dave,
Yeah, it
Wolf
was,
says you can't be a dick at Purdon's.
Yeah.
There are no dicks.
Yeah, my wife will
I will
actually.
say Moonshiners was a little crazy at times. And I think that would be the only thing that they could have done better, but I don't blame them at all. I blame a lot of the pilots because I saw very few people taking off and going out and getting away. But other than that, Moonshiners wasn't too bad. As far as taking off in thin air, if that's not a problem, maybe if I go out there, I'll leave the trike at home.
It's going to be
Yeah,
cool there too.
It's gonna be what?
I think.
Cooler.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Will. The temperature, the weather-wise.
Yeah, it'll be cooler and lower elevation. So
Yeah.
it'll be better.
Let me pull up the 15-day forecast for Portsmouth, which I already have in my phone. Apparently, look at me
And it's
go.
important that you say West Portsmouth because that's like an hour less of a drive for me.
Oh Jesus. Apparently, I do not have that.
Well, can I say something while you're looking?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the deal? And I've noticed this a lot is pilots taking off and making an immediate sharp turn back
That's what I was
towards the
talking about.
direction of where everyone's taking off. What is up with that? I mean,
It's look at me.
in my
it's such a
yeah,
sharp
and-
turn that you couldn't possibly react if you were behind that person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just throwing
in
it
my
out there.
opinion, usually it is your talented, experienced, good pilots, the ones that are doing that. Moreover, somebody doing it on accident, it's these hot shots that they're talented pilots, but I mean, as soon as they get off the ground, they jerk a U-turn and backfly the field. And
Mark, just we have you doing that on video.
Yeah. Yeah, tons of talent here.
Right.
Well, and that's all good. And you're right, Mark. You're probably right, because those are some pretty sharp turns. But the people behind them may not be as talented and quick to
Oh, no,
respond.
I agree with you 100%. I think it's ridiculous that the guys that should be setting an example, they're the ones, in my opinion, they're the ones that do it the most often.
Yeah.
Dave Wolf said that Dave Purdon's is more spread out and wide and way wider, and I would 100% agree with that over a lot. I mean, even Vail, North Carolina, it's a huge runway, but it was very short. At Dave Purdon's, I actually on the short side of the field, instead of going long ways, I actually had a failed launch one morning. Set my wing down, blew it, so that the cells were facing upwards and right. And then I launched again, and I did come close to wrapping myself around a tree, but I had time to take off and make it over it, barely. I don't hide that by no means whatsoever. It was a very close call, but yeah, it was. The field is. I'm trying to find a video of the field now. Oh, okay. So let me screen share this if you guys don't mind. This is me coming in for a landing, and I was actually hitting. All right, let's forget this. This is the deer that I saw, by the way. This is the greatest part of my entire trip. I know you guys, non-hunters, aren't really all that big of a deal, but this right here, this little hole, hides a secret. Look at that big boy run. Woohoo!
Man.
Anyways. All right, so, oh crap, I went too far. Let me back up just a hair. So this is the field.
God, that's the
And at
river
this-
right next to it? Can't.
Yeah, the river's up here. That's
Oh.
the river right there. That is the river right there. You can see the river at the top. So my motor's off right now, and I am literally just floating. I'm like, come on. I'm out of my seat. And I'm like, at some point, dude, look how slow this is. I was just having, it must have been some sort of updraft because I got such a lift coming out of this. And it was such a slow landing. Well, I mean, dude, that took forever. And then I just ran it out to the trailer or to my camper, which is over here.
Oh, well, that wasn't too
that's
bad. I thought you were parked on the other end.
Yeah, right down there. So that's the field. I mean, you can launch left to right, lengthwise, whatever. It's perfect. So
Looks beautiful.
it's I can't get enough of this field, dude. I just am so thrilled with going back. When I found out it was, we had a certain amount of number of people were allowed to go or what have you, I was just like, holy crap, I'm messaging Amy, I'm messaging Dave, and none of them are getting back to me. I'm talking to Mark. I'm like, dude, did you get a hold of him? He's like, no, not yet. I'm like, we gotta hurry up. He's like, we're working on it, dude. I'm like, message him again. Because I did not want to miss out on this at all. And 150 pilots, I think they could do a little bit more than that, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, based on what I just saw there, I've never been there, but I mean, that looked like a bigger field than,
Mountain City.
yeah, Mountain City.
I'd say it's twice as
Wider.
wide as twice as wide as Mountain City, and probably every bit as long as their runway that they had at Mountain City.
Looking forward to it. And someone said, I'm sorry, I didn't catch who, I think it was Tony. He was saying or asking, well, don't they have pilot briefings that, warn you not to do stuff like that, like make sharp turns and stuff. Actually, I don't remember. I mean, I remember pilot briefings where they'll say, okay, yeah, we're going to make a left pattern, we're going to make a right pattern, or they want you to stay over on this side. I don't remember it ever being specifically addressed about making sharp turns within the pattern, flying back
I know.
against the grain.
I know at Swanee, they were huge on left patterns. You take off you take off, you don't fly over the campers, you don't fly over the people, which we're not supposed to do anyways. And then it's a left pattern, and you got to watch out for the helicopter because they got a medevac helicopter. And well, when it's time for them to go, you get the hell out of the way because they got a job to do. And they had a meeting every morning, which about the time that we should be launching is when they wanted to have the meeting. That I didn't agree with. Why we couldn't have an 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night meeting about the day, and then that to me would have made more sense when we actually can't fly, or maybe a 1 o'clock in the afternoon meeting. I would have agreed with that, but like a 6 o'clock when we're supposed to be laying our wings out, taking off, flying, we're sitting there talking about, whatever. I didn't care for that as much, but a safety meeting is important and I agree with them. I just think they should be done where more people are willing to go. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What are you doing? You've already eaten lunch. You're not doing anything. You can't fly. Now's the perfect time to go have a meeting and talk about what not to do and what everybody's doing correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say Swanee was particularly obsessed with having safety meetings, which I completely agree with. I just didn't agree with the time. Aaron, if you do show up at Dave Purdon's, make sure you find me, sir. I'd like to meet you in person.
Yeah, I just told him if he shows up, he can fly the trikes. Because I think I'll be on my foot line.
Yeah, apparently anybody. Yeah, they'll let anybody. The Lears will let anybody fly their stuff. First
You
time
betcha.
at a flying, here you go, take off.
Yep. We won't tell you how to
JP.
land, but we're going to tell you how to take off and see
Never
ya.
flown a paramotor before? Sure, here's the keys.
Right?
I will tell you, JP, like a boss, came in, and everyone knows the hill that I almost took out. Well, JP came in the other direction and literally landed that trike. Never flown a trike before. Landed that trike down on the downhill side of that ramp of dirt or grass or whatever, and landed that thing. I was just like, oh, dude, like a boss, dude. I mean, it was just, I was impressed with what he did there. For never flying a trike before, not knowing he'd never flown that wing. He's never flown a trike before, and to have that kind of wing control and everything else to land perfectly on that downward side of that hill is pretty impressive.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Pretty
watching
cool.
Mark George, his takeoff today. That was his first trike, wasn't it? His first trike at launch. I mean, it was just perfect, just absolutely perfect. So I guess anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it. That's why I make it look good.
Eric, hey.
It's all in the setup. It really is. It's all in the setup.
Eric, you're taxiing. I'll give you full props, sir. All jokes aside, absolutely amazed at your taxiing. I mean, you land the thing, you taxi it, you come down the little road, you turn, go into the grass, land, come to the LZ, drop your wing down, and I mean, you done did well, sir. You got
Thank
that
you.
part figured out for sure.
Thank you. But every time I drop my wing, and I am not kidding, I would look up and Smart Car Brian was there right in front of me waiting to take off. And I'm like, oh crap, I have to quickly grab my stuff, yank it off to the side every time. I don't know what it was. And he's just kind of like basically just standing there looking at me waiting. It's like, sorry.
Yeah, it's only a paramotor. I mean, we'll just hold this until you get done
Exactly.
turning off your surround sound speaker system, your 6 GPS coordinates route system. What else you got? Satellite, your 36-inch TV that you got mounted with DVD playing of your own flights, and yeah, he has no problem waiting on you.
Exactly. Randy also said Jade also on her taxiing with the wing.
No, I was getting to her. I don't think I wasn't cutting her out of this. Jade is a little badass that you would not like. You talk to her and you hear her and she sounds like she's so timid on flying, but she's a little badass. She gets in there full throttle, looks at her wings. She's like, yeah, it's all good. I guess now I'll take off. And
That's
she
right.
does, she is by no means a rookie in my book. She's got some skills that she hides. I like to say she hides them
That's
because she
right.
will
Wish
not.
my nerves were better.
You're what?
I wish my nerves were telling me I was comfortable, because I still don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, but you look. I mean, you may not in your gut may not feel comfortable, but your flying definitely looks like you're comfortable. Just so you know.
Absolutely. Yep. You do awesome up there, Jade.
Mm.
Watch all your videos and you got it, girl. You got it. I'm gonna support you all the way, girl. You got this. You do.
She's gonna support you like a push-up, bro.
And you're talking about Eric's taxiing, and he was a boss all week in the absolute worst conditions, you know, that any of us have flown in. And he has one failure, which I had 3. He had one failure in a whole
Uh-oh.
week, just killing it. And some jerk went and put it right on their YouTube channel.
And labeled it Mrs. or sorry, Mr. Jade Lear.
Lord, I apologize.
Hey, that was
That was
hilarious.
awesome.
Whoever did that.
Thanks,
I
Mark.
tell you, that
Oh,
guy's
my
got a sense of humor like no other. Hey, let's not take video of him taxiing for 1,500 feet with
Yeah.
a stable wing the entire time, making 90-degree turns and stuff. No,
Hey, where's
we're
the
gonna catch
humor
him.
in that?
Exactly. The one failed launch, got it. Post it.
You know what though? I gotta say, have you noticed that all of us that hang out, if this was anybody else, they would leave crying, but
Yeah,
we all
I know,
take it with a grain of salt and laugh about it.
Yeah, that's all. It's just fun. I mean, gee whiz, cry at work.
Yeah, but Mark, you do
Dave-
have a GoPro on every freaking corner that you could possibly put a GoPro on.
So,
I mean, you're
so y'all
ready.
be careful.
I know
don't
now he's got
how-
GoPros mounted on Shane's trailer. He's got these things hidden all over the place.
He's got something on all of us.
He
Look,
does. He's just
I-
waiting for that time.
I real quick want to say good night, Dave Wolf. Have a good flight in the morning. I will say, Mark comes and Mark and I are talking one morning, and he's like, "I got to get different angles. Like I got to get this part of the field and this part of the field with these 2 cameras." And I look up and I see my trailer. Like my camper has the 45-degree nose, angled nose on it. I'm like, "Wouldn't this work?" And he's like, "Well, that'd be perfect." Now, if I was smart, I'd have been like, "Well, there's a rental fee to all this." But before I could even say anything, Mark had climbed up there and stuck the GoPros up there. He's like, "All right, good, let's go."
Do you drill
And
big
then,
holes in your trailer permanently
No,
affixed?
No,
No, you know what he did, and those were the cameras that got my failure.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
That's what
came
I was
over to
just getting
my
ready to say.
my trailer and goes, "Hey, you got any of them stickums that I can put on the trailer?" Those were my stickums. I want my damn stickums back.
did anybody see any good flights or landings of mine on this video? I'm asking you because I don't remember seeing any, but yet
Yeah,
I've got the
but-
best camera angle.
Hey, but that's not totally fair, because I took those videos of you, put them together, and then couldn't send them to you because I didn't want to put them in my video if you were going to use them.
No, dude, you should put
Oh.
them in yours.
But I'll try and
I-
get your failures next time and publish them.
There was a bunch of them. Hey, real quick. I don't know, Will, maybe you can help me out with this. I downloaded my GoPro video onto my computer and they're all grainy and jumpy. Is that the computer or is it the dang I just bought an external hard drive, a 1 terabyte external hard drive, and I'm thinking of trying to download it to that to see if it helps. But what the heck would cause that?
The file
They-
size, the resolution.
Or a poor not a fast enough SD card.
Yeah, well, you're talking about, he's talking about when he tries to play it back on his computer. Is that right, Shane? And the disk
Yeah.
that you got, the hard drive that you got, was it an SSD, like a solid state drive? Because that makes all the difference in the world. But the biggest thing is going to be your computer, you know, how powerful your computer is, how much memory you got, stuff like that. Are you recording in
Let me-
4K?
I don't think so. Hold on.
I know exactly.
Oh my God.
what you're talking about there. And that's
Here, let me
for that reason, GoPro also creates proxy files for each video. You see the .lrvs with
Right.
those are the low res version.
now see, if you look here, you'll see it's all grainy and jumpy. This is a failed launch, by the way. But see how it's just not, it's
Yeah,
stopping and going.
The computer can't keep up with it.
So if I added it to my 1 terabyte external hard drive, it should do better.
What kind of hard drive is it? Is it an SSD, like a solid state drive, kind of like what you use to put in what you put in your GoPro?
Hey, I know how he can fix that. If he just moves a little slower, you know, then he will, it won't be jumpy. Maybe not tell him that, he'll do it.
Yeah. I'm here. I hear you. I heard you. All right. So it is a portable drive.
Does it make a
I'm looking
noise?
at. Is it what?
Does it make a noise when you plug it in?
I don't know. I just took it out of the box. I hadn't even tried it. It's a
Oh.
Seascape or seascape.com.
How big is it? Is it like a pocket size, like a small flip phone, or is it a
Yeah,
larger?
yeah.
It's probably an
Yeah, it's a
SSD.
pocket size. It's a USB 3.0 SS something or another.
No, SS
I don't
what?
know.
That's the important part.
It doesn't say, it just says SS and it's got the 3 little prongy things coming out of it. If I can't get this video figured out, then I will not have a Moonshiners video. That's
No,
why I have not put one out.
Shane, check this out.
Huh.
Once you save
on.
the video, once you render it, that jumpiness will go away. You can save it as 1080p or whatever you want to save it as, but it's just such a
think so?
high resolution. Yeah, I know so.
I'm not doubting you. I'm completely naive to this editing shit. And because I use one to share Filmora, whatever. I love the program. It's got so many options. I've never even touched half the crap on it. But when it comes to computers, dude, I can build an entire house for you, no problem. But to work a damn computer is just so foreign to me. It's ridiculous.
When you saved
got
it,
nothing.
did you have to put a 6-inch floppy in or the 3.5-inch floppy?
I had to kick out my Oregon Trail floppy disk and put
Yes.
in my other. Oh my god! I almost forgot.
I think I
Oregon
had
Trail.
that game.
I almost forgot.
Wasn't
Dude,
it
so did
5
I.
1/4 inch?
Yeah, I think it was 5 1/4, 5.5. Who knows? That was a long time ago.
It sure was.
Dude, that was awesome. You know how many times I've died of dyspleria? What is it? Dyspleria? Well, I can't. What is it? Dysteria. Is it? No, it's not dysteria. What is the damn word I'm looking for? Holy crap. Yeah, something, whatever. Well, we got 7 minutes left, guys. So my AC is out in my house. It's 85 degrees in my house,
Oh,
just so you guys
no.
know.
Oh,
Jeez.
no.
Wait, now?
Right now.
Why?
Right, my AC broke. anyways, the guy's coming tomorrow. So after about $1,300 tomorrow, it'll be up and running again. It'll be fine. But right now it's not good. We have I have this 8,000 BTU air conditioner in this room working, and I have a 8,000 BTU window unit in my master bedroom. So sleeping is not horrible in our bedroom. This thing is working nonstop, and I'm sweating.
That's good.
I'm sweating my pits off. But as soon as I opened that door, I told my wife, I was like, "You sure you don't want me to leave the door open?" She's got the windows open, fans blowing, like it's horrible. I'm just like ready to go.
Mark H says it's diphtheria. Diphtheria. Is that the word you're looking for?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm probably, I would not say I'm tipsy, but I am on the verge of heat stroke. Is that the same thing?
Angela said,
Delirious.
Angela said, Shane, that is hell to live in the 80 some degrees. Eric, book a flight. Funny you say that, because actually I've been talking with Shane, and we actually ordered the parts that Shane needs, and we're getting them shipped down there. But then all of a sudden, a buddy of Shane's that is in the business down there was able to get the parts tomorrow. And so we just canceled our order with no problem. But yeah, we were trying to do everything here to get parts down to him. So, but he's got to figure it out. It'll be done tomorrow.
Eric has definitely been a huge help. I can't thank him enough. Honestly, he was just like, so I had a friend of mine help me find a guy here, and the guy doesn't really seem to want to get things rolling. So I talked to Eric. Eric's like, "Oh, I got one of these. I can have it shipped in 3 to 5 days." I'm like, 3 to 5 days. Okay, cool. And and then I just, for some reason, I thought of my friend today, and he actually messaged me on Facebook. He's like, "Hey, I saw your post on Facebook asking about an AC guy. Did you get that taken care of?" I was like, "No." He's like, "What do you need?" And I told him, and I sent him the model number, and it's like, "I got one in the shop. I'll be there tomorrow." I was like, "Tomorrow? Okay." So I called Eric, had him cancel the order, and oh, thank God. Tomorrow, I'm looking back to 72 degrees in my house and 64 in my bedroom. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I work outside, dude. So coming home to it being 84, 85 in my house is just, this is not right. It's not right.
Eric, Angela says you're a fairy.
I saw that. I had to tell her, can we please leave the fairy part of it out? Thank you.
I would have added the Godfather, but you just left just fairy. And my
All right, Jane, you get in the coolness. I can totally relate, because we had no power from Wednesday at 4 o'clock till Saturday afternoon.
Why?
Saturday morning, I took off for the North Country to hang out with my son. So I had to get the heck out of the house and just do something for, a couple days. So yeah.
Why
But
no
I totally
power?
get it.
Why no power?
pay the bill.
From the storms that we had on Wednesday came through a microburst, and just that quick, just knocked the power out. It was done.
Oh.
It wasn't even the lights and flicker. I was on the computer doing my thing, and then this wind gust came through, and that was it. And the power was down. Pretty much the whole area, all over surrounding us, nobody had power.
What? Because I got
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah.
Hey,
But,
Linda, you know what I'm worried about tonight? Linda, you know what we don't have to worry about tonight? It's so hot here. Krista doesn't have to worry about no microbursts from me tonight. Don't worry about it.
Well, at least you guys are staying somewhat cool because when the power went out,
There.
we had nothing. There was nothing.
And
Nothing.
How hot was it there? How hot was it at there, Linda? How hot was it?
When the power went out in my parents' house, oh, seriously. And I was upstairs, my room upstairs. So you figure it had to be 85, 90 easily. Yeah, because even if you had the windows open, the humidity was so bad. I could not wait. Like I said, Saturday morning, my friend picked me up and we headed out to Petoskey. And yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I couldn't wait to get out.
When I came home today, it was 93 inside the house. Right now it's 84. It's 10 o'clock at night.
So it got hotter. It got hotter.
Yeah. At least you got power. I mean, you got somewhat AC, but we didn't have nothing here. My mom and dad's from Wednesday till
Hey,
Saturday.
Linda, you could buy one of those new Ford trucks that you just plug an extension cord in the back of the truck and you can power up the Sears Tower.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
and you don't have to worry about having a bow tie as a fairy godfather on your truck.
Exactly.
Oh Lord. No, it was after we got halfway up to the northern country, Petoskey, Gaylord, Michigan, whatever. You could just like put the windows down kind of thing, and it was so nice and cool. And yeah, it was a good weekend. Eric, I went to Mackinac Island.
Oh yeah.
For the day. You guys got to do that. It was so fun.
Well, I know there's an
ferry
airport. There's an airport over there. I wouldn't mind taking off from mainland and flying over there.
Oh my gosh.
I have these crazy ideas, things I want to do. Nobody's
No,
in with
not
me though. I don't
you.
get it.
Not you, Eric. No, not you with crazy ideas.
Just
No.
like down in Outer Banks, we could go from one island to the next, and it's very shallow in between.
My sis is like, she's doing a road trip right now in Muncie, Michigan, off of Lake Superior. Were you guys close? Were you guys close to that when you didn't I see something on Facebook that you were by Lake Superior or something?
When was this? Oh, in Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were over by Torch Lake, kind of wait, hold on, DP will be proud of me. We were in the upper lower.
Upper lower? Oh my God.
Yeah, we were in the upper lower, up more on the west.
Okay. I do want to go. I want to check out Muncie, Michigan one of these times because it's right off Lake
That's in the
Superior
UP.
and it's beautiful. The water is like crystal.
That's the upper. That's in the UP.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
where the painted rocks are.
okay, she had to. Yeah, they drove across the Mackinac Bridge to get to it. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was
Hey
up
guys,
there.
we are after 10 o'clock.
Okay.
You guys want to do we want to do an after show and hang out, or you
No.
get everybody done?
Well,
I'm
DP wanted to ask some questions.
Yeah, DP
Oh,
has
okay.
some questions.
Well, I mean, I was looking for somebody more important, but DB, sure, go ahead.
On the after show.
Oh, on the after show.
Yeah.
Okay, let me real quick go back and find. Will, can you drop in the username in chat, and then I will end the live stream as soon as I see it in there, and then you guys can jump in. Again, thank you guys tonight for showing up and having a good time with us, hanging out, drinking beer. If you weren't drinking beer, you're probably just eating dinner late at night like Will. And it's all good, man. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with us, shooting the BS and having a good time. If you didn't have a good time, Well, there's always other shows. We're just trying to have fun. So,
That's right. Fanny.
there's the user or the password, username, all that good stuff in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, which is right now.